Hello and welcome to Connected 14 Days of Yoga with Aunjel. I'm Aunjel and today is day 10. Root. Today is all about rooting ourselves and our strength and exploring some balance. So go ahead and grab a block if you have one, and I will see you on the mat. All right, folks, so we're going to get started today in child's pose. So coming on down to your mat, bring your knees as wide as the mat, big toes together, sit the hips back, walk the hands forward, release the forehead down to the ground, and take a moment here just to settle in. Today is all about rooting ourselves and our strength. Honing our focus in on our center. Taking a moment here maybe to rock your head side to side, massaging the forehead. Releasing any tension in the face. Massaging away any worries, any thoughts of what you have to take care of after today's practice, but really just bringing your focus and your awareness to this moment. And then finding some stillness, rocking forward, coming on to all fours, bringing your hands to rest just beneath the shoulder blades, your knees just beneath the hips. Go ahead and drop the belly, lift the chin, big breath here. And exhale, tuck the chin around the spine, press firmly into the hands. Cycle through a few cat-cows at a pace that feels good for you. Gently warming up the spine and connecting to your breath. Have some fun with it, drawing some circles to the left and to the right. And then meeting me at a neutral spine. Tuck the toes, press into the palms, lift the hips and send them up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here to pedal through the heels. And then on your next breath, inhale, send that right foot up high. And exhale, draw your knee to chest and pause. Inhale, send your right foot back up. And exhale, right knee to right elbow. One more time, inhale, send that right foot up high. You got this. And a right knee to left elbow. Inhale, the right foot up high. Release it down to the mat. Go ahead and drop both knees down. And then send your left foot out long. Spiral your right foot so that it's hanging out off the mat, almost like a kickstand. And then send your left palm up across the chest, reaching towards the sky. Big breath here. release everything down to the mat. Coming back into tabletop. Tucking your toes. Lift the knees and the hips up high. Again, taking a moment here to pedal through the heels. We're really getting right to it today, y'all. And then finding some stillness. Send the left foot up high. Exhale, knee to chest, and hold. Inhale, left foot up high. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, send that foot up high. Exhale, send it over to the right elbow. And then again, sending the left foot up high. Lower it down to the mat. Lower both knees. Spin that left foot off the mat. Right foot out long. And then reaching across the chest and the right hand up high. Taking a deep breath here, really reaching through the fingertips. And then exhale, release everything down to the mat. Coming back into tabletop. Tuck the toes, send the hips up and back. Inhale, come onto your tippy toes. And then shift your weight up and forward. And then step, hop, float your way to the top, landing in a forward fold. Making sure to release the back of your neck. Feel free to invite a nice deep bend in the knees here. Inhale, coming up to halfway. Exhale, releasing down to the mat. Rooting to rise here. Inhale, send both hands up high. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, both hands back up. And then grabbing a hold of your left wrist. On the next exhalation, go ahead and stretch over towards the left side body. Inhale, come back up to center, grabbing hold of your left wrist here. Hope it's not your ankle. And then stretching over to the right side body. And coming back up to center. Exhale, release it all down to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway. And then exhale, releasing both hands down to the mat. Sending your left foot back. Inhale, send both hands up for a crescent pose here. Really finding your balance by drawing your thighs in towards one another. Finding space between your ears and your shoulder. And rooting yourself through the ball of your front foot. Breathe. On the next breath, move your left foot about an inch closer to the edge of your mat and plant it. Whoa. Making sure to keep your center there. Warrior one. Big breath here. On the exhalation, cactus the arm and let out a nice big sigh. Float the hands down, capturing them behind you. Draw the knuckles down and away, really shining through the heart, maybe lightly lifting the chin. And then exhale, send the chest forward, drawing the hands away. Humble warrior. Again, here, pressing firmly through the back foot and the front ball of your foot. Rooting in your strength. Go ahead and release both hands down to the mat. Step the left foot up to meet the right. And slowly make your way back up to standing. Awesome. Inhale, send both hands up high. Exhale, cactus the arms. Exhale deeply out the mouth. Inhale, both hands up. Forward fold. Releasing both palms down to the mat. Send the right foot back, coming onto your toes. Inhale, send both hands up high, crescent pose. Holding here for just a moment, making sure to really activate in your abs and drawing your thighs in towards one another. One more breath here. And then send that back foot an inch closer to the edge of your mat, planting it, keeping the hands up high, warrior one. Big breath, and on the exhale, cactus the arms. And then let them float down by your side, grabbing a hold of your hands behind you. Draw the knuckles down and away, lifting the chin and chest, really shining, feeling your greatness. Big breath here. And on the exhale, send the chest and head forward, humble warrior. Releasing both hands down to the mat. Go ahead and float the right foot up to meet the left. And then keeping a deep bend in the knees, send both hands up as if you're rising through chair pose. And back up to standing. Bring the hands to meet. And then bring them down, slicing through the middle. And resting right here in front of your heart. So at the front of your mat here, go ahead and release your palms down by your side. Take a look at your feet. Make sure they're hips width apart. And then let's find our balance, right? So let's really ground ourselves from the bottom up. So finding that strength in our feet as if we're trying to spread our mat apart. A light bend in the knees, tucking the tailbone, activating the abs, shining through the heart here, lengthening through the spine, Tadasana. From here, I would like for you to shift your weight onto your left leg, making sure to turn on that left glute, and then just turn that right hip open, right? So we're hanging out here, tree pose. My hips are bothering me a bit today, so I'm gonna stay right here. But if you would like to, explore this position a little bit more, feel free to bring your foot to rest on your shin or up on your inner thigh, never on your knee, and just hang out there for a bit. Tree pose is a hip opener. So the idea here is really to open the hips. It's fun to practice balance. But today I would really like for us to focus on the hips. So breathing here for a few more breaths. And then releasing everything down to the mat, maybe shaking it out a bit. Great. Again, looking down at your feet, readjusting, finding that strength through your toes and the arch of your feet, up through your legs, your thighs, your glutes, your abdomen, and your hips. Tadasana. Shifting your weight over to your right foot. Go ahead and just turn that left foot out, or left hip out. You can bring your hands to prayer pose at your heart, or have them resting on your hips here. And then have some fun. Play around. See what feels good. If you fall out of it, it's all good. If you find that you're having a really hard time keeping your balance, see if you can activate your glutes, your abs, and just focus your attention on a steady point in front of you. Holding for just a few more breaths. You're doing great. If you want to take this last moment to maybe extend the arms, create some branches, maybe even close the eyes, feel free to do so. And then releasing everything down to the mat, go ahead and shake it out. And then bring your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Bring your arms out wide, shining through the heart here. And then begin to just sway side to side. Taking a moment, just find some length and some breath. And then slowly coming to stillness. Make your way on down to your backs. So from our backs here, go ahead and bend the knees. Bring the feet to hips width apart so that your heels are just touching the tips of your fingers. And then imagining that you have a block in between your thighs, or if you have a block, go ahead and grab it now. But squeezing your thighs in towards one another. Inhale, send the hips up high. Bridge pose. Feeling that activation in the glutes and abs. On the next breath, press onto your tippy toes just for a moment and release down to the mat. Go ahead and bring your right foot to rest on your left thigh. Thread your hand in between, grabbing a hold of the back of your thigh or your shin. Flexing the toes, draw this entire unit towards your chest. This is a pigeon variation. Maybe finding a gentle rock side to side here. releasing us down to the mat. And switching sides here. So left foot on right thigh, grabbing a hold of your right thigh and drawing it towards the chest. If you want to deepen this stretch, go ahead and use your left elbow to press that left leg away from you as you're drawing the entire unit towards your chest. And then releasing everything down to the mat here. Go ahead and bring both knees in towards the chest. Sliding your arms on the inside of your knees, grab a hold of the outside of your foot. Then draw your knees in towards your armpits. Happy baby pose. Really connecting to the lengthening of your low back here. Maybe straightening one leg and then the other. And then slowly releasing both feet back down to the mat, allowing them to rest as wide as the mat. Go ahead and knock the knees in towards one another. Taking a moment to pause here. And then sliding your feet out straight. Bringing your palms to your side. For Shavasana, I would like to invite you to take 10 very intentional breaths. What truth can you root yourself in today? Whatever it is, with each breath, know that it is so. On the next inhale, slowly start to bring some movement back to your toes and your fingers. Send your arms out long, reaching over your head. Stretching through your fingertips and your toes like you just woke up in the morning. And then waking your way onto your side and pressing up into a seated position. Way to do it, y'all. Day 10. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 11. Until then, be well. I see you. I thank you. I love you. Peace.